the teacher. I needed to get different points to the connection. I needed to know if the technicians are free to take the new training. It's a lot of activities in that area.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. It sounds like a lot of work.
Yes.
But nice. Cool. And actually, yeah, today's class is about business presentations too, so we'll get to talk a
Oh,
little bit
that's
more
great.
about this. Yeah. Um, and so, Amori, can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Okay, let me see. Okay, business presentations. In today lesson, we will learn a new business vocabulary and business positions. Talk about giving presentations. Practice making business presentations.
Nice. That was perfect. Okay. Practice making business. Good. Let's go to the next page. And can you read and answer the first question?
Oh yes, warm up questions. What are some ways to give a presentation? I need to give my answer.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Sorry, teacher.
Don't be.
What's some ways to give you a presentation? In my opinion, you needed to prepare before you give your presentation, and you needed to analyze what will you say in that presentation because the people could be know more than you.
Nice. Because the audience, the
The
audience
audience, the
might
audience
know more than you.
might know.
Yeah. Can you just repeat
Okay.
the second sentence right here?
Yes, of course. In my opinion, you needed to prepare before you give your presentation. You needed to analyze. Sorry, give me time. You needed to analyze what will you say in that presentation because the audience might know more than you.
Good. Really close. It's a little bit different. You need to analyze what you will say.
What
So we have a
will
statement, which is what you will, and then a question. What will you is the question. And this is the statement.
Okay, that's great, teacher. Thank you.
Yeah. So can you repeat what you will say in that presentation?
Okay, in my opinion, you needed to prepare before you give your presentation. You needed to analyze what you will say in that presentation because the audience might know more than you.
Good. Perfect. Nice job. Igor, welcome to class. Igor, how are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine.
Nice. That's great to hear. Igor, I'm not sure. I don't think I've had you in class before. Is this your first class with me?
Yeah, it's my first class with you.
Nice. Okay, well, welcome to class. Igor, um, actually, let's have Amaury. Can you read the second question? And Igor, can you answer?
Okay, have you ever given a presentation at work? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I have given a presentation at my work, and for sure, I have enjoyed it.
Okay. Instead of using the past perfect, I had enjoyed it, we would just use the simple past tense, I enjoyed it. And for sure, I enjoyed it. Um,
Okay, thank you.
good. Good answer. And Mac, welcome to class. How are you doing?
Hello, how are you doing? I'm fine. What about you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And Mac, I don't think I've had you in class either, have I?
No,
Okay, perfect. Yeah, well, welcome to class. Nice to meet
thank you
you.
very much.
Okay, Igor, can you ask Mac the last question here?
Hi, Mac. How many business positions can you name?
Well, For example, administrator.
Nice. Can you think of any others?
Uh, Management
Management? Yeah.
or manager.
Yeah, manager probably sounds better. Good. Anything else?
A consultant.
Nice.
Programmer.
Yeah, programmer.
And etc. There are many positions in business.
Yeah, there are many positions in business. Good. That's awesome. And so let's practice a small role play. Let's have Amaury. Can you play this guy giving the presentation? And let's have Igor. Can you play the guy asking a question? And so Igor, imagine you have to ask a question. Can you ask a question? And Amaury, can you give an answer?
Okay. Who starts, teacher?
Igor, if you can start. So start by asking a question.
Let me think. Hi, Amori. The manager of the business has flexibility in their job, a flexible time, I mean.
Okay. In my job, okay, that company it's a good one because I have a flexible time. If I need to do something by myself in another place, I don't need to talk with anyone to do this one, but I need to have responsibility about my actions in that company.
I need to take responsibility for my actions.
For my actions. Oh yes.
So you take responsibility for my actions. Okay. Okay, that's good. Nice job. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
No, teacher.
Okay, good. Let's go on to the next page. And let's have Mac. Can you read the title?
Vocabulary. Read these words. Ask about word you don't know.
Good. And can you read the first 4 words?
Okay. Diagram, handout, objective, key point.
Good. Can you repeat objective, objective?
Objective.
Nice. Objective. Perfect. And key point. Good. And Aldona, welcome to class. Aldona, how are you doing?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Nice. Good to hear. And it's nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen you around before. And Aldona, can you read the next 4 words?
Slide, projector, outline, visual aids.
Nice. Slide, projector, outline, visual aids. Really
Teacher,
good job.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry.
Don't
What is visual aids?
Yeah, good question. What are visual aids? Are visual aids. And does anybody know the answer? Does anybody know what visual aids are?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
These are aids that you can see. I don't know, maybe maps, maybe computers.
Okay, maybe maps or computers. Good. For sure. Visual aids, just anything that helps your presentation, anything that the audience can see that helps your presentation is a visual aid.
Okay, teacher, that's great. For example, I have a presentation and I needed to put some information in the screen, and a lot of people are seeing that presentation in my PowerPoint or something like that.
Yeah, those would be visual
Okay.
aids. Yeah.
Okay.
So PowerPoint is a visual aid. And David, welcome to class. David, how's it going?
Hello, Joshua. Nice to see you again.
You too. It's always good to see you, David. Okay. And so, does anybody have any other questions here?
What's the key point?
Okay. Key point. Can anybody explain what a key point is?
The main point.
Main.
The main point is like if you have a presentation about the new product. For example, I have a new printer, so the main point is my product line or something like that.
Okay.
Okay. Good. And is it close to keyword? A keyword is a little bit different. A keyword is like a really important word in a presentation that you kind of can return back to, like a word that explains a lot by itself. Key is really important because it just means important, and so point is like something that you're trying to say. So key point would just be like the most important thing that you're saying in your presentation or in the meeting. Hopefully that makes sense. Any other questions here?
So, can you give me about the meaning of handout?
Yeah, handout. Can anybody explain what a handout is? What's a handout?
Handout is like a paper with some information.
Note.
Yeah, so like a paper with some information or a note.
Note.
Yeah. Good. Definitely a paper that has information that you give to the audience that helps them pay attention to your presentation would be a handout. Okay, any other questions here? Okay, good.
So, I want to ask about what is the difference between objective and key point?
The objective is what you're trying to accomplish. The thing you are trying to accomplish. So it's like the end goal.
Yes.
And the key point is just the most important thing that you're trying to say. Important thing you are trying to say. So you could say, my objective is to make everybody understand my key point. My objective is to make everyone understand my key point. So my goal is to make everybody understand, the most important thing that I'm trying to say. So it's a little bit different. Does that make sense? If you use them together in that sentence, do you kind of get the difference? They're very similar. But
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions here?
No.
Okay. Okay. Good. Let's go on to the next page then. Let's go on to the next page, and let's have Igor. Can you read the title and the beginning of this presentation?
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for finding the time to come and join me for this presentation this afternoon. My name is Igor. I'm a retail consultant, and many of you I lost. And many of you will have seen me shadowing you in your jobs and looking through the accounts and so on in the company of the last week.
Good. Really nice job. Retail consultant. Can you repeat consultant?
Consult. Once again.
Yeah. Consultant. Consultant.
consultant,
Good. A retail consultant.
retail consultant,
Good. Okay, and let's have Mac. Can you read the rest of this presentation?
Of course. I have invited you here today to have a look at my findings. First, I would like to have a look at the performance of the company, the sales of the company over the last 3 years. Then I'd like to have a look at our market share in the womenswear market and look at our competitors. And thirdly, I would like to suggest some improvements in our range of womenswear. At the end, I would like to be happy to answer any of your questions.
Good. Can you repeat questions? Questions?
Questions.
Nice. Good job. Questions. And then competitors. Competitors.
Competitors.
Good. And first?
First,
Good. Perfect. Nice job. Does anybody have any questions about anything on this page? Any questions?
Yes, teacher, I have a question about what is shadowing? Shadowing.
Shadowing. Can you repeat shadowing?
Shadowing?
Good. And who can explain what shadowing is? What's shadowing?
I think I know. Maybe I am walking in the street and the sun is reflecting me in the floor.
Yeah, that's what a shadow is. When you're shadowing somebody at their job, what's that?
I don't know.
It's kind of similar. Does anybody have any ideas?
Yeah, like following you.
is someone that will keep the eyes watching another person. It's a
Okay,
kind of inspector.
close. A specter is maybe a little. Well, it depends on what time. A spectator.
observer. I think observer.
Yeah, or observer. So Igor, remember that a specter, if you say specter, it's like a ghost. It's a little bit different than a spectator. So a spectator is different than a specter.
Okay, thank you.
But good, yeah, so it's just somebody who watches another person work in order to, like, tell them what they're doing wrong or make a decision about, you know, how they're working and whether they're, you know, worth it. Does that make sense?
Yes,
It's
teacher.
close to
Thank you.
mobbing.
It's close to what?
Mobbing.
Mobbing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the word you're talking about. Maybe can you type it in the chat box?
Okay.
Mobbing.
I
I
think
don't-
she means about the action of the person, how he or she works.
Yes.
Mobbing. Yeah, so it's paying attention to how somebody works. I don't think I've ever heard of the word mobbing. Maybe it's, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Still, I don't want to give you the wrong answer. No, I think yeah, that would be like like a gang. It is a mob, so like a group. Yeah, no. So a mobbing is a little bit different. So mobbing is like forming a gang and doing something in a gang. So it's a little bit different, but yeah, really good point. Yeah, so just watching somebody else work is shadowing. Any other questions here? Okay, good. Let's go on to the next page. And let's have Aldona. Can you read the title?
Yes, try your own. Take turns saying your introduction for presentation.
Good. And can you repeat presentation? Presentation.
Presentation.
Good. Nice job.
Presentation.
Presentation. Okay, and so remember all of these things. Can you also, Aldona, can you read the remember too?
Yes, remember to first welcome your audience, introduce your subject, outline the structure of your presentation, give instructions about questions.
Good. Really nice job. Okay, and so let's have David. David, can you begin? Can you try to make your own presentation or your introduction?
Okay, Joshua, I will try. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I appreciate that you find the time to come here and enjoying us to the presentation. The subject about this presentation is is about the sales of our company. So, first of all, I am going to make a short presentation in PowerPoint to show you how are the sales in the company, and after that, if you have questions, you can ask me anytime. No, you can ask me at the end. Sorry, because I didn't want to nobody interrupt me. Joshua. Joshua, can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, I hear you.
What happened, Joshua?
Hello, teacher. You there?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm sorry.
No
My
problem.
microphone was muted. Okay, David, I can't hear what your question is. Can you repeat it or maybe write it in the chat box?
No, I was saying about what you disappeared.
Ah, okay.
What
Perfect. Well, yeah, sorry. That was really good. Really good grammar, good pronunciation. This is really impressive. I think there were a couple of things I corrected, but not much at all. So really good work.
thank you.
Um, Igor, well, actually, let's go on to the next page. Igor, can you read the title and the first paragraph?
Body or content? Read the text. If you have a look at this first graph, you can see that our sales topped 50 million the year before last. The last year sales dropped to 40 million, with a slight recovery at the end of the financial year. However, this year's sales have continued to drop to an all-time low of 30 million. Now, let's look at our market share. As you can see, we have 25% of the market share, 10% down on last year.
Good. That sounded good. You said market share really well here, and then the second time you said it, it was a little bit off. But so remember, it is market share, the market share. Really good pronunciation of topped. That was good with that ed ending. The only small thing I saw was financial. Financial.
Financial.
Yeah, financial. Perfect. Okay, and does anybody have any questions about this paragraph? Any questions about anything on this paragraph?
Yes, what's a market share?
Okay. Can anybody explain what a market share is?
Sure. I know.
Okay.
Market,
Yeah, go.
I think I know. Reading, I think I know. Market share is the position that you occupy in the whole market. For example, talking about cell phone, I could say that Apple or Samsung has maybe 40 or 50% of the market.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
is that.
Perfect. 40 or 50%
Yeah.
of the market. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Any other questions about this first part?
About the first paragraph?
Yeah.
No, no, no.
Okay. And so let's have Mac. Can you read the second paragraph?
A good example of how important internal communications are is shown by some findings from research that we have recently undertaken. Good communication is a very key factor in staff motivations. If you look at this slide, you will see how important it is to get the basics in place. You need to identify your communication requirement, agree your objective and success criteria, identify your target audiences, define the content of your message, and determine the style of delivery. A good illustration of the communication process is when all of those basics fall into place naturally.
Nice. This is really good. You said naturally well. There are two ways of saying it. The way that you said it, naturally, and there's a more common one. It's naturally. Naturally. Can you repeat naturally?
Naturally.
Yeah, naturally. Naturally. So there's no like just naturally.
Naturally.
Perfect. That was good. And then basics.
Basics.
Close. Basics.
Basics.
Good. Basics.
Basics.
Nice job. Basics. Then determine. Determine.
Determine.
Good. Criteria. Criteria.
Criteria.
Good. And then the other one was objectives. Objectives.
Objective.
Nice. Perfect. And does anybody have any questions about this second paragraph? Any questions here?
Yeah, Joshua.
Yeah.
Explain me what is undertaking.
What's what?
Undertaking. In the third line, undertaking.
Undertaken. Okay. Good question. Can anybody explain what undertaken means? Does anybody know?
I think it's mean a disadvantage.
Not quite. So, any other ideas? Any other ideas? Undertaken.
Something like related to parties. I actually don't know.
Related to parties?
No, to body. No.
It's like there is no any goods.
Not quite. So it's like to decide to do something, or to pledge to commit yourself to something. So when you undertake something, you like decide that you're going to do something. So you could say attempt. So, and if it's used in the past, that we recently attempted or recently did. Carried out is another synonym. Carried out, attempted, undertook.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And any other questions here?
Yeah, criteria is the same like in Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah. So just the things that you need for something. The criteria are just like all the things that you need. Any other questions? Okay, good. And so just remember, these are all really good things to say. So a good illustration of, if you look at this slide, a key factor, a good example of, as you can see, those are all just some good things to say. That's good. We can move on. Let's try to practice this. And let's have Aldona. Aldona, can you try to make your own presentation? So use these graphs to make your own presentation. And these are some useful phrases again.
Oh my god. Some phrases, if you look at first graph. Okay. Key factor is this. Okay. Okay, I'll do some. If you look at this graph, you will see that our salary increased about 60%, which is indicated by red color.
Okay. By the color red.
Yes.
Okay. Is that it?
It's a little bit difficult. I don't like this business stuff, but I have. Okay. Maybe somebody else has better idea.
Okay. Yeah, let's have Mac. Can you continue?
The second one or with the first one?
Yeah, try the first one.
Okay. So if you look at this graph, we can see that we have a cycle with the different colors, and indicated in right hand. For example, a red color indicate. Oh, I can't see that. What is written?
It doesn't really matter. You can make anything up.
Okay. The red color is oh. Someone help.
Oh. It can really be anything. It doesn't even have to be related to business.
Yeah,
you can
red
do
color
anything.
Indicate about the about it. Oh.
Well, think about like market shares or debt or
Okay.
loans or
Okay, about
sales
Opinions,
numbers.
maybe.
about a sale of
Opinions.
computers.
Opinions.
Okay, so it represents computer sales.
Computer sales, and blue color watch sales
Blue color represents.
represent watch sale, and a green color represents a iPhone mobile, and the yellow color represents
Bicycles.
iPad.
Yeah.
And the orange color represents
Okay. It doesn't really matter.
Yes. Mhm.
What can you take from all this information? Like, what's it mean? So maybe, we should focus more money in iPhone sales, or we should try to change something. So what would your point be about all these colors?
For example, if you are talking about the colors, we note that, for example, I think red color and orange color are similar. For example, they sold them as the same price, as the same items.
Okay, they sold the same amount.
See, yes, same amount.
Nice. Okay. Good. This is really good. And Igor, can you try the second graph? Can you start talking about the second graph and make a business presentation?
As you can see, we had a good computer sales comparing with last year. So we have to reach a goal to increase our iPad sales.
Nice.
A key factor for reaching this goal is investing in marketing.
Nice. Really good job. Key factor for reaching this goal is investing in marketing.
Yeah, I used the previous idea about the first graph. You see, computer sales, blue color.
Yeah. Nice. That's great. That's really good job. Okay, and David, can you try to make a presentation as well about either one of these graphs?
Well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the first graphic, you will see our market share. We are the red color. We are competing against Toyota, Kia, Ford, and our market share is approximately 27 or 25%. The strategy for the next year is in the second graphic. So the sales of the last year are in the blue color that is in the bottom. Our current sales are the black, right? And for this year, I made a new line that is in purple. Our achieve is try to reach this purple line, try to increase sales. We are going to increase the quality of the cars, and we are going to make more marketing campaigns for get more customers. Yes, something like that.
Nice. To get more customers.
Huh?
So we get customers. Well, I guess you could make it sounds probably better to say get customers instead of make them.
Yeah, I said get.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Did
Well,
you hear make?
I think so. Maybe I'm going crazy.
No.
But good. That was really good. Really good grammar. Great presentation. I think that was awesome. Does anybody have any questions here? Any questions?
No, okay.
Okay. Okay, good.
So to get more customers or only customer?
Oh, customers. Yeah, no, that's plural. Good catch. Customers. yeah, sometimes to get more customers. Good.
Yeah, or you can say to get more clients also.
Definitely. Clients works as well. Clients is more when you're talking about something like law. You have a client. Although no, sorry. I guess they're interchangeable to some extent. Usually, when we're talking about things that you don't like services, when you buy services, you're a client. You buy services, you are a client. But when you buy things, you're a customer to
Like
some extent.
goods. Like goods are more for customers.
Yeah, they're interchangeable, but it is usually, clients are, you have a client if you're a lawyer, but you have a customer if you're selling something. Yeah, okay, really good. And so let's go on to the next page. And so let's have Mac. Can you read the conclusion here?
Conclusion. I'd like to thank you for attending today's talk, asking some great questions, but most of all, sharing with everybody the challenges you think we will face next year. We still have around 5 minutes. If you don't have any remaining questions, thank you again for attending the talk today. See you again soon. If you have any questions, please stay for another 5 minutes. I would like to answer your questions for you.
Good. The only small things, answer.
Answer.
Good. And then questions. Questions.
Questions.
Good. Questions.
Questions.
Perfect. Nicely done. Okay.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions about anything in this paragraph? Okay. Good. And Aldona, can you read some of these hints?
Okay, summing up to conclude. In conclusion, now to sum up. So let me summarize, recap what I've said.
Good. And the next, well, do one more, Aldona.
Giving recommendations. In conclusion, my recommendations are: I therefore suggest, propose, recommend the following strategy.
Good. Can you repeat recommend?
Recommend.
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 Yeah.
Recommend.
Nicely done. Recommend. Perfect. And yeah, I think that's good. And then obviously thanking your audience, you can kind of figure out. David, can you go ahead and try to start your own conclusion?
Yeah, sure. Okay, guys, I appreciate the time that you no, sorry. Yeah, I appreciate the time that you dedicate for listen this boring presentation. For summarize, we need to increase ourselves yeah by making some marketing campaigns. And yeah, please, if you have recommendations, let me know. And thank you.
Thanks. And thank you. Can you repeat recommendations? Recommendations.
Recommendations.
Good. Recommendations. If you have any recommendations, let me know. Dedicated. that you dedicated to listen to this presentation. So past tense.
Dedicated.
Good. No, don't be sorry. That was awesome. Really good. Igor, can you try to make a summary as well, or a conclusion?
Hi guys, to conclude our presentation, I'd like to recap how great we were, how great we are now comparing last year. We have done a great computer sales, and thanks for everybody helped us, and thanks for everybody attending this presentation. That's all. Thank you. That's it. That's all. That's it. Hi, teacher. You there?
Yep, sorry about that. That was really good. Sorry, one thing I wanted to say, we'd say thanks to everyone. Sorry, I was trying to say this before. I must have accidentally muted my microphone. Thanks to everyone, and then thanks for something. So thanks to people, thanks
You're welcome,
for
teacher.
things. Oh, yeah, but so just one point here. So yeah, when you say thanks to everyone and thanks to everyone who attended, instead of saying thank you for everyone. This is really good though, really good. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. Let's go to the next part, and let's have David. Can you read Tim's part, and Mac, can you play Carrie's part?
Yeah, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them now.
Yeah, can I just ask? Graph number 3, that last one you showed us. Can you explain to me where you are intending to find the extra income to increase the designer range in the maternity wear?
Yes, very good question. If I look at the office wear range, and it's quite heavy on material. Holiday wear tends to be much lighter, much smaller amounts of material involved, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, good. Involved. Can you repeat involved?
Involved.
Good, involved. Okay, perfect. That sounded really good. Any questions about any of these words?
Okay, could you explain what does mean involve?
What involved means?
Yes.
Okay,
Contain.
remember? And okay, so hold on, we'll get to that, Aldona. The question, can you explain what involved means? So remember, in English, we'd never say what does it mean involved. Can you explain what involved means? Can you repeat the question?
Can you explain what involve means?
Perfect. And does anybody know what involved means?
Yeah, it's like be present in that thing. Be part, like be part. Present, present.
Yeah, being present or part of something. So if you're involved in a game, you're a part of a team. You're playing in the game. The material involved in making these clothes, it's like the material that is taking part of making the clothes, or like the material that's in the clothes. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. And any other questions? Aldona, what was your question?
No, no, I was trying to explain involved as a contain.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for trying. I didn't quite hear that. Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay, good. Let's go to the next page. And so, well, let's go to the next one. Sorry, choose questions are a little bit tricky. Let's have David. Can you ask Igor the first question?
Yeah, sure. Igor, have you ever given a presentation and what was it about?
Yes, I have. I have given a presentation last month. I have talked about computing science, and I was glad, I was proud with me because I had a good feedback from my audience.
Nice feedback from my audience. This is really good. Awesome. The first sentence, though, you can say I have given a presentation before, but if we're saying last month, we just say past tense. How would you change that that sentence into the just simple past tense?
You mean instead of I had given, I gave a presentation last month? Oh, okay, thank you.
And so, like I said, you can say the past or the present perfect if you're saying just in general. But in this case, because it's last month, you'd use the simple past because it's something that already kind of took place. Good. And so let's have Mac. Can you ask Aldona the next question?
Okay. What do you think is the most important thing to remember when you are giving a presentation?
Yes, I think the most important thing is to make a good impression on your audience.
Make a good impression
with your look on your audience.
Okay, not on your audience. You make a good impression to. Make a good impression to your audience. Yeah. Make an impression. But good. That's definitely a really important thing. Okay. And Mac, do you agree or do you disagree? Do you think that's the most important thing?
Actually, I don't understand a good impression.
Ah, okay. So how would you ask the question?
What do you think is the most important thing to remember when you are giving a presentation?
So I was thinking more like, what does good impression mean? And so can anybody explain what good impression means? Aldona?
To have a good look of the presenter. A good look of a presenter.
Okay, so if you're the presenter, you want to look good. It's like making a good impression. Looking good, like seeming good. Or intelligent. So it's the way that people see you is the impression. Impression you make how people see you. Does that answer your question, Mac?
Actually, half and half.
Okay, what don't you understand?
What I don't understand.
Yeah, what don't you understand?
So, for this question, it's very important the presenter use a very good present a very good presentation and to show the important point in the presentation. Then the form of the speech, how to use the sentences to the audience.
Okay. Okay, nice. So the impression is the secondary, or maybe only half of it. Good. Unfortunately, we're just out of time. Does anybody have any questions before we finish up? Any last questions?
No.
Okay.
So, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I love
Thank
your
you.
class. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Hope to see you guys all again soon.
Nice.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you.